and I ain't going nowhere.
And the Grammy goes to Water, Tyla.
She created history at the age of 21. Tyla defeated Afrobeat giants to win a Grammy and become the first solo artist from South Africa to appear on the Billboard Hot 100 in 55 years. She broke records that no one believed could be broken. However, a few scandals rocked her business. The tale of Tyla, the girl who rose from the South, is told here. Africa will represent Amapiano and Afro rhythms on a worldwide scale. She faced rumors that nearly brought it all to an end, media pandemonium, and identity disputes along the road. We're revealing today the little-known factors that contributed to her ascent and the reasons why so many people called her an industrial plant. We must return to the beginning in order to comprehend everything.
You're the star on my face, and I ain't going nowhere.
Tyla. Laura Seth was born in Eden in 2002 and raised in Johannesburg. Her family was colored and had Irish, Zulu, and Indian ancestry. This combination later sparked significant identification disputes. She didn't have a lot of money. Despite her lack of connections, she had a dream that was too enormous to be suppressed. She began publishing covers on the internet in high school. She had a distinctive voice. She had a distinctive style. However, the cost of music in Africa is high. Tyla was also aware that talent was insufficient to cover expenses. She released her first song, Getting Late, with Cool Drink when she was 17, just out of high school. They made the video themselves on a shoestring, and South Africa blew up as it fell. It was pummeled by clubs. Children danced endlessly. YouTube racked up millions of views. She became famous after that one song and was even nominated for a South African Music Award. Then the big break arrived. In 2021, she signed with Epic Records, the label that signed Shakira, Travis Scott, and Drake. It was a bargain that changed people's lives, but all contracts have a warning. The same label that makes you feel good might also make you feel bad. There was no going back for Tyla. She wasn't only the newest celebrity in South Africa. She was entering the world's limelight. However, there is always a cost to fame. Additionally, she published the song that permanently altered her life, Water. No one was very interested at first. It appeared to be another single. However, TikTok blew it wide open after that open. Water became a global fascination after a straightforward dance challenge. There was a change in rhythm. Not only R&B or Afro rhythm, but a blend of worldwide pop and piano. People were unable to get enough of it. The song went viral from South Africa to Nigeria, from the United States to the United Kingdom. Everywhere someone was dancing to the waves when you turned. Then the Billboard Hot 100 hit history. It not only made the charts, but it also reached number 7. Think about that. For the first time in 55 years, a 21-year-old South African female made it into the top 10. She broke records in Brazil, trended in the US, and was hailed in Nigeria. The song received hundreds of millions of streams globally and went multi-platinum in America and diamond in Brazil. Tyla was no longer merely a budding celebrity. Oh, she was a major force in the world. However, that identical hit swiftly turned into both her boon and her bane. An old TikTok post she made in December 2023 read, "I am a proud colored South African." In South Africa, that implies mixed race and proud. However, the term colored has sad associations with segregation in the United States. Tyla was abruptly pulled online. Critics said her of profiting from blackness while separating herself from it. Although South Africans stood up for her, the criticism was harsh. Not even her explanations were taken seriously. Her brilliance persisted nevertheless. Tyla faced Burna Boy, Asake, Davido, Ira Star, Giants, and others by February 2024. The winner of the finest African music performance was eagerly anticipated by all, and people's jaws fell when the name was called. The Grammy went to Tyla.interview.
And the Grammy goes to Water, Tyla.
The youngest Grammy winner in African history. Not just any Grammy either. For the first time, there was a category for the best performance of African music. It implies that Tyla's name will be inscribed as its inaugural winner for all time. The entire globe applauded her triumph. However, things became hot in Nigeria. YouTube people furiously asked, "How can Tyler win over Davo?" on Instagram. Many Nigerians believed that the Grammys had crowned someone else after using their artist for publicity. Some even claimed that politics is involved, not music. All of a sudden, Tyla was no longer the focus. It became a battle for patriotism. South Africa versus Nigeria, Africa. When Tyla's Water was shown, the Grammys played Water No Get Enemy in the backdrop, but the fire intensified. It was viewed as a smack by Nigerians in the face, as if the Grammys were praising their own legends while appointing the star of another nation. However, South Africans fiercely retaliated, claiming Tyla earned every last piece of it. They served as a reminder to the world that Nigerian melodies were untouchable by water. Did Tyla merit the Grammy then? Or did Nigerians just have unrealistic expectations? Leave a comment below with your opinions. Tyla's rise continued despite the outcry. She gathered MTV, BET, and Billboard honors. She even appeared in the fashion presentation for Victoria's Secret. Reports shouted, "Tyla is the future." However, notoriety is never free. Each prize has a price, and Tyla was going to pay hers. By September 2024, she had won the MTV Bass Music Awards Best Afrobeat Video for Water, walked onto the stage in a triumphant mood. But when she talked in less than a minute later, everything was different.
So special, but also bittersweet, because I know there's a tendency to group all African artists under Afrobeat. It's a thing, and even though Afrobeat has run things and has opened so many doors for us, African music is so diverse. It's more than just Afrobeat.
People had come to believe that Tyla was an industry plant by this point, and her own words served as evidence. When Tyla stated that she represents Amapiano, she validated the criticism that she wasn't even Afrobeat. She seemed to be intentionally receiving honors at that very moment. Fans of Afro rhythms were incensed, particularly after she won the Grammy. Here's the twist, though. Tyla wasn't lying. She wants Amapiano to be as popular over the world as Afro beats, which are found in Africa's many genres. Social media, however, is indifferent to intentions. Supporters misrepresented what she said, saying she was disparaging Nigerian musicians and Afro rhythms. Headlines quickly went viral. Tyla keeps her distance from Afro music. Tyla makes fun of Nigerian celebrities. The issue grew, and her VMA address added fuel just when it was getting too loud. As Hi Bailey and Lil Nas held the prize on stage, Tyla gave them hugs, her. And that was the moment that ignited the internet.
You guys know me and holding awards. I'm not strong enough. Please. Are you able to offer me? Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
A seemingly innocuous, lighthearted event swiftly descended into chaos. Tyla was dragged by fans once more. She was referred to as entitled by some and blatantly insulting by others. However, the storm wasn't finished. Tyla entered the Breakfast Club studio in New York a few weeks later. Her breakthrough interview, the one that would have locked her in with the American audience, should have been this one. Rather, it turned into one of the most sinister snippets of her work. The presenter looked down at her and asked one question that altered everything.
School me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too.
Shut up, man.
I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that.
Imagine this. In the middle of the interview, Tyla's crew tells the host to omit a question. Fans ripped her apart as soon as that video went viral. Her publicist, management, and label all made mistakes. They ought to have been ready, her. During an interview, it is blatantly unethical when your artist looks back for assistance. Tyla attempted to clarify, but it was too late. "I'm mixed," she remarked on Twitter. "Irish, Black Zulu, and Marian both Indian and colorful. Where I live, I'll be categorized as colored in South Africa and black elsewhere." Once more, however, her singing was not the main attraction. It was on her persona, and that was the beginning of her demise. Not due to skill or hits, but rather to perception. Tyla announced her first international tour in March 2024. Shows sold out, fans were giddy, and she was destined to take over Europe and America. But she surprised everyone weeks before kickoff. She took charge of everything. Her foot ailment was the cause. "My favorite part is performing," she posted on Instagram. "Of my work. but I must prioritize my health. The fans didn't believe it. She was pretending, according to some. Low ticket sales were mentioned in whispers by others. Perception is reality in music, and the perception was harsh. Tyla was slipping. Although she later performed at Coachella 2025, the taint of that cancellation persisted despite her vow to return. Tyla eventually released her debut album in October 2024, Tyla. It was to be her lap of victory, evidence that she wasn't a one-hit wonder. There was crazy hype. It was dubbed the year's most anticipated African debut by blogs. Stars including Becky G, Skillabang, and Gunana were included on the album, which peaked at number 25 in the US and number 1 in the UK. Here's the harsh reality, though. Water did not match any of the tracks. It was well received by fans. Critics gave it high marks, but the industry saw only one thing. The questions grew louder as Tyla was unable to top her viral smash. What caused Water to explode while nothing else did? Did it happen by chance? Or was there a more significant factor at work? Water's success spawned a monster, raising the bar so high that Tyla herself was unable to attain it. And once you've been declared the next big thing in the music industry, they're ready to bring you down the moment you falter. Tyla released We Want a Party, a surprise EP, in July 2025. Just a taste before her second album, she referred to it as a bridge, but she was pulled by the headlines. In the US, Tyla's latest initiative only sells 4,000 units. Critics cried out immediately, "Is her career over?" What they won't tell you is this. Streams became wild. In just a few weeks, the EP received 60 million Spotify plays. WizKid's Dynamite peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Afrobeat chart, and she collaborated with Lisa from throughout Asia. Blackpink was popular. However, because failure stories make better headlines than success stories, blogs don't give a damn about the facts. Tyla's label was the only one that didn't do a better job of promoting the EP. Now, where is Tyla standing? She performed at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, returned with a bang at Coachella, released new singles like Is It and Bliss, and hinted that her next album will sound quite different. Tyla isn't done yet. She's just getting warmed up. Also, if you have been paying attention, you already know the truth about this story. More people enjoy bad news than good. What are your thoughts? Do you think the reports of low ticket sales are true? Or was her canceled tour actually due to health issues? Will Tyla be able to recover more quickly, or has the harm already been done? Your viewpoint is important. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Therefore, hit the like button and share this with others if you enjoy these unfiltered celebrity tales. Your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to Shade Pod if you're new here, as this is where the drama happens. Actual.